Okay, so we forgot to record an intro.
Because we're doorknobs.
We're idiots.
Yeah, it was not the smartest. Forgot to record an intro. And I feel like that's kind of important to know who each person is.
Especially since we're gonna get so popular.
Yeah.
Like, people are obviously gonna watch this outside the fandom because we're just
so cool.
Unique and interesting and cool and
funny
sexy
and
and
exciting
hot.
and
hot and sexy.
So I think it's important that everyone know who we are. So we'll make sure to do introductions
from now on.
So I'll go first.
Okay.
My name is Steff, and I like chicken nuggets. I thought I would share something, like we'd all share something about ourselves, but like...
This is like an AA meeting. We have to go like, hi, Steff.
Yeah. I guess we should share a relationship with My Babysitter's Vampire, too. Ever since the show has come out, I have been watching it on a monthly basis. Basically, I watched it as it aired on Disney Channel back in the day, and I religiously watch the show every month. Like, I'll just start watching episodes again. I'll watch the movie, you know. But I've only seen the finale, maybe about, like, not a lot, actually, just in general. Like, I've rarely watched the season finale. I've only seen it a few times, which is crazy considering how much I've seen the actual show. It's like a daily thing, almost, at this point. So, yeah, who wants to go next?
I'll go next. Hi, I'm Sav.
Hi, Steff.
I like, I was gonna say something, but I forgot. When? Anyway, back to this. I'm manlight / derogatory on Discord. And my relationship with My Babysitter's Vampire, I think I watched it when I was young. I didn't watch it consistently, but not as I've gotten older and Steff reintroduced me to it, I like it a lot. I am a stan.
I've converted everybody, basically, is what this is.
My name is Shay or Shy or whatever you want to call me. My Discord username currently is geriatric self-diagnosed because I'm old.
Yes.
I like The Sims.
We're just gonna get our flanderizing quirks out of the way.
Hi, Shy.
Hi.
And I also, unfortunately, like K-pop. Anyways.
Let's just skip over that real quick. Let's pretend that's not true.
Yeah. I'm lying. Okay. Anyways, my relationship to the show, I've, of course, known of its existence, but I never really watched it consistently. I think my brother watched it more consistently than me. And it wasn't until recently that Steff started showing us episodes, and I've kind of fallen down a rabbit hole. And the more it's fed to me, the more I want.
Yeah. Basically how this all started is at a party, I forced everyone to watch the show. Like, I removed everyone from the situation.
Very true.
And I forced them to watch episodes. And that's how we got here to this day. So it's like, we got, like, you know, the experienced Mabav member, and then we got, like, the more, like, noob.
The babies.
We got, like, the know nothing about. So it's like,
yeah.
we're experiencing the show as we go along.
Back to my intro. I like the game Hades on Switch. I'm currently obsessed with it.
That's great.
Yeah.
Great. Oh, and another thing is, this is for episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
And you can hear my dog in the background sometimes, and I can't edit some of the sounds out. So if you hear like a little clanking sound,
That's Benny Dog.
yeah, that's Benny Dog. You guys might have seen Benny Dog. I've sent photos of him. He's a real cutie. His name is Benny, after the character of Benny from My Babysitter's a Vampire. I did not name him that, by the way. I just want to say I'm not like I don't want to.
I don't want anyone making any assumptions about me.
Yeah, I did not name him Benny. Okay, but he is named after Benny from the show.
It's because your dad's a stan.
Yes, because my dad is actually a stan. My dad is a Benny
Stan.
Benny Kitty.
I'm not even lying. He is. I guess that's it. We can cut to the cold open now.
Thank you first, before we do the cold open, thank you for enjoying the first episode.
Yeah. This was like only like a few hours after we uploaded the first episode, and boy
howdy.
Yeah, I was surprised, even though it's not like waves of people are like watching it or whatever. It's like I'm still surprised at how much traction it's gotten.
Yeah. So thank you to everyone in the Mabav Discord and on Tumblr.
Yeah, for seeing my post. Hopefully this episode will be out soon, and then that's about it.
Yeah.
Okay, cold open time. Bye. Any cold opens? Do we have anything good?
Hold on, I want to see.
Okay.
Okay, bring your phone close.
Okay. Oh no, what is this?
Anyway.
Perfect.
Welcome back to the Vampy Wampy Campy
Podcast. Now pitch your tent. What was it? I already forgot.
Pitch your tent and
we vamp and you camp.
Now pitch your tent and get
Pitch your tent and get ready to listen.
Just say it with like a stereotypical like Hispanic accent.
I don't want to do that. Okay, so we're at episode 2, season 1, episode 2. 3 cheers
for Sweet Revenge.
My favorite album. 3 cheers for evil. 3 cheers.
I love that song by My Cat.
What do we think about this episode in general? Like, general vibes. What are we getting?
I like that Erica had more screen time.
Same.
Yeah, this is kind of a little bit more of an Erica episode.
This is like an Erica revenge arc that she deserves.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was about to go on her revenge arc, and then Stephanie did.
Yeah, had to just come in and wreck it.
Until then.
By being an evil witch.
Yeah, like a 60-some-year-old
Stephanie. An elderly lady who is actually a young teenager, an immortal. Yeah. So this makes me think about Benny's grandma, because I always thought it was implied that she was like immortal as well, or like wizards age differently, or like witches, I guess, or like I don't know what they're called. We discussed this, how we actually don't know the name of like
magic users.
Yeah. Because like they call the evil cheerleader lady a witch.
Yeah. So I think Benny's grandma would just be called a wizard. Wizard is gender neutral.
Yeah.
Which is gender neutral too.
Wizard and witch
Warlock.
Warlock is the trainer of the coven.
Yeah, so I don't know why men were like, I'm a warlock. Because that just doesn't make any sense.
I do like more of an the Erica-centric thing.
Yeah, I feel like we don't ever get like a Rory-centered episode, actually, now that I'm like really thinking about it.
Except for the prank episode.
The prank episode.
Where Rory was like...
Well, that's just like a B plot. That was like a funny haha. That wasn't like
funny haha.
The like actual plot was like the mirror, like the ghost mirror.
I don't know.
Like what? Like I'm trying to think. I guess maybe like the dipod episode with like the not, but even then not even. I don't know. I feel like we need more Rory like story.
I feel like Rory's just like in every episode, so like it's kind of
he just has like 2 scenes and he's funny and then like that's it. Like he's done.
A movie and 2 episodes in, and I already see why the Ethan is the trans man headcanons are so powerful.
Yeah. It's just
absolutely
the fact that we gotta just kind of talk about it right out the gate. Benny and Ethan dressed as cheerleaders.
Yeah.
I know we're not in fashion review yet, but like that's a moment.
Yeah,
we'll get to that.
Yeah.
We love a good cross dress.
Yes. Like I feel like I did it for all the wrong reasons, but I can still enjoy it.
Yeah.
For the right reasons.
In my heart, it's the right reason.
Yeah, exactly. I guess a general plot line. I feel like this one's a little more cohesive when it comes to like actual plot line and like I guess like interesting.
Erica joins cheerleading out of revenge.
Yeah.
Sarah wants to prevent her from going on a murder spree.
Yeah, this is really where we start to see how Erica and Sarah are like, I guess not foils, but like very similar to Benny and Ethan.
Yeah.
Like they're in the exact same roles that Benny and Ethan were in episode 1.
Yeah. Like Benny's just unhinged and Ethan is the responsible one.
Yeah, trying to like control him. So like Erica is just like completely unhinged and like her her ravages.
Yeah.
And Sarah's like trying to keep this whole vampire thing a secret.
Benny and Erica are the children on the leashes, and Ethan and Sarah are the parents.
Yeah, that's why it was the term. I think the name is Benica or
Benica.
no, yeah, like Benny and Erica.
That's a good ship name.
Ship.
I like it.
Yeah, that Benica. That's what it is.
Benica.
Benica is like a pretty popular ship because of that. I mean, they literally do kiss in an episode, but that they're under like a spell during that. So like, I don't know if that really counts. Which, by the way, that whole plot line. Yeesh. Yeah, we'll get there. Anything like any important character moments? We can talk about Erica.
Erica.
Yeah, I think she had the most like character moments.
She had the most iconic character
That
moments.
scene
Scene
before she gets possessed.
Yeah,
is really
that
fun.
scene with Stephanie.
Yeah.
Where she meets her at her locker and Stephanie's just like messing with her face or whatever, and Erica like comes up behind her, and Stephanie turns around like, "Material girl."
Material girl.
And Erica's like, "You don't remember me, do you?" And I was like, ah!
Yeah,
It's such a
it's-
good character moment.
Yeah, that's great. Because, like, that's basically, like, she still is, like on that part. Like,
Yeah.
it's only been, from what I can tell, it's really only been, like, maybe a month at best since that happened. Because, I actually don't know what time of year it is. Maybe it's, like, because the movie started at the beginning of the school year where Benny and Ethan were freshmen.
So maybe it's a couple months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I say like it's still like fall time. Like snow
Yeah, still the
hasn't come
first
yet.
semester. Yeah. I agree. Still first semester.
Because if it was winter, you'd know.
Yeah. There's not a lot of snow in the show, sadly. I feel like they should have more snow.
Yeah.
There's like one snow episode, and that's like the jock hockey player,
Oh.
Frankenstein.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you guys remember that episode.
Yeah.
Arthritis.
My arthritis.
I like the use of pink for the witch magic in this episode.
Yeah, I do
Like, I
appreciate
feel like
that.
a lot of times it's like blue or green.
Yeah,
but
so like the
maybe-
pink was like she's a girl. She's
She's
a
a material
She's the
girl.
material girl. She's a
Exactly.
prima donna girl. Yeah, all she ever wanted was the world.
Exactly.
When she wanted to grow up, she wanted to have groupies. She wanted to be. She wanted to be a star. She wanted to be in movies.
I've always skipped this episode if I do like my
Yeah.
little rewatch. Like it's a pretty skippable episode in my opinion.
Yeah, that's kind of what I felt like. Not like, yeah, Erica got a little development, but like there's not much.
There's not many.
Yeah,
not much.
I like a lot of the Benny and Ethan scenes where them like trying to figure out what the problem is.
Yeah.
I feel like this sets up a very core structure of the show, which is like the
meddling.
audience knows that something supernatural. Like we know who the villain is, we know who the supernatural being is.
Yeah.
Like we see it before, and then we see it like first thing in the show.
Dramatic irony.
Yeah, and then we watch Benny and Ethan slowly figure out what it is.
Which
Like-
is satisfying to watch.
Yeah. This episode only like really eased into it. Like the cold open of the episode was about like cheerleading. It wasn't like literally like here's the villain like in later episodes.
Mhm.
It like kind of eased itself into revealing like in the lunch line
Like,
when she just like all of a sudden has like pink eyes and like
Yeah.
and like
It's mind controlling the lunch lady.
yeah, you're like, oh, so like she's okay, so she's like the villain. Okay,
yeah,
got it.
like the vision Ethan has before they find that out. It's like, oh no, it looks like Erica sucked all the blood out these people.
And it's like that doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
like
it's
she
like,
wouldn't
why
kill the
would she
entire
do
school.
this?
So like it makes sense that like very soon after they're like, wait, it's actually the head cheerleader who's a villain.
I like the idea, like when you get to it, it's just like Erica is like murderous.
I feel like it's something they very subtly touch on, but I think it's kind of a good point, which is like
She's hungry.
yeah like early like
She's
like
hangry.
she's literally hangry. But like early like fresh vampires like don't really know like self-control. And when you're someone like Erica who's completely fine with taking a little nibble out of human, you can kind of go a little bit crazy with it. Versus like Rory, he just like mostly deals with animals or
He's
like
a vampire vegan.
yeah, vampire vegan. Or like if he does drink human blood, it's only been from like blood bags,
Yeah.
which we do see in one of my favorite episodes of the show.
Blood drive.
The blood drive episode. Oh, what a good episode. Anyways.
Yeah, there's not a lot to talk about like last episode.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of just like them like working out the plot.
I do like so far this trend of pointing out how kind of sadistic each character is.
Oh yeah, how like they're literally only doing things for their own personal
Yeah,
gain.
like
Yeah.
like Benny reviving a dead dog.
Exactly, like
This
literally.
one, Erica planning on a murder spree.
Like
Yeah.
literally, they happen to stumble their way into like an actual crisis that they have to solve. Like they
Yeah.
literally,
They caused the problem.
Yeah, like in this episode, it's like they weren't like the cause of it, but like they definitely, if they just like weren't completely selfish and wanted to like, I guess like look at girls on the cheer team, they would have never figured out
Yeah.
that there's actually like some witchy stuff going on.
Yeah.
Like it would have just happened if they just didn't
Yeah.
like, if they just weren't completely weird.
And school would have been shut down 2 episodes in a row.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Listen, I love Erica, but her whole murderous, I want to get revenge on the popular kids thing is kind of giving school shooter.
Oh.
Well, I guess that's why they really thought that vision could be hers. Of her just like literally murdering the entire school, Edward Cullen style.
Yeah.
Like the first time he sees Bella, he's like, I can murder this entire class within a second, and
Yeah.
no one would have to know that I drank all of Bella Swan's blood.
Yeah.
And it's like, so you're in love with her, dog?
Dog?
Homie?
Homie?
But
Bro?
I don't know. I feel like she's justified in her hate specifically for the
Yeah.
head cheerleader because this
Because,
show
like-
is very anti-cheerleader, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like, we're supposed to relate to Sarah and Erica. We're supposed to think that, like,
It's because they're not like other girls.
they're not like
Yeah.
other girls, they're vampires.
They're not like other girls. They don't do the popular girl things like cheerleading.
Yeah, like, for some
Yeah.
reason, cheerleaders are only seen as, like, these
wear
extremely
leather jackets.
attractive, like teens, I guess, that, like, boys can, like, look at, or, like, these extremely vapid, soulless, popular girls that, like the
that
cool
rule
kids make
that
fun of.
Rule the school with the quarterback.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like this is just like a dumb kid show, so it's like I
Yeah.
get they're not gonna put
Yeah.
nuances around cheerleaders like that. And plus, it was like
Except-
2009 when this episode was made, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
From a 2022 lens.
yeah,
We're
it's
past
not
that.
okay. Yeah, but it's important to mention now, I think.
Yeah.
Don't shame other women for their interests.
Yeah,
Exactly.
literally.
I mean, I guess if they're-
murdering a school or cheerleading.
I guess, you know, like, maybe she was justified in trying to steal the souls of all the classmates. Like, maybe she was right to do that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe, like, her motive was correct.
In this essay, I will.
Yeah.
Where's the SAOP? Back to character dynamics.
Mm-hmm.
A few things. Number one, Ethan absolutely is pre-T trans
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah, it's very obvious how like uncomfortable he is out of his like comfort zone. I feel like
Because he
yeah.
was so uncomfortable in that cheerleader outfit.
that line where he's like, I wanted to date a girl in high school, not be one.
Yeah, and I was like,
That's the
boy,
experience.
Yeah.
that is the trans
I
experience.
can see why that's such a popular headcanon 2 episodes in.
I don't know, I feel like when it comes to Ethan, I feel like he's just a very uncomfortable person.
Yeah.
Not like he's
The
uncomfortable.
experience.
Not
That's
like
also the
uncomfortable to be
experience.
around. He's like he just always
He's just
feels
like-
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
He's just like not used to any of this. I
That's
feel like
the
something
anxiety, baby.
they were really leaning towards in like season 2. Yeah, like self-confident and becoming like a lot more confident with his powers. And
Number 2, at the end of the episode where Benny was like, but I bumped into her recently and she wanted me to give you this. It's talking about his alter ego, Betty,
Yeah.
who
Is
is
cheerleading Sona.
who is Rory's girlfriend, I guess. I want to know if they when and if they made it official, because like Ethan's like, sorry your girlfriend moved away.
like, huh?
Huh?
Did they have a lot of moments together
That's
that we
what I'm
like
saying.
maybe didn't see?
Like off camera, did they have like a few moments? Because like in the letter he gives him, first of all, Rorykins. What? Why?
He's
Second of
yeah.
all,
Curse.
Yeah.
second of all, we'll always have the gym hallway, bro.
I know that's like where they
Something-
met,
yeah,
but like
went down
Something-
in that gym hallway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something went down.
I feel like I like the joke that he made where it was like Rory knew that it was Benny.
Oh, yeah.
And this was like the only way.
The
The
only
only
way
way.
you can confess his true feelings.
It's just to like play along. Yeah.
But absolutely, they had to have had like a little friendly kiss or something, a little
Yeah.
old smooch, perhaps.
Yeah.
They had to
A
have.
brief kiss on the cheek.
Possibly.
Hypothetically.
We got to see Rory's fangs for the first time in the entire show.
Yeah, because he's like, I just want to sink my fangs, and we're like,
Whoa! Everyone was like, this escalated.
And yeah.
You can see a lot of like, because like I feel like a lot of like the Erica like quirks were like, oh, that's just Erica's like the super promiscuous person, but like a lot of it is like vampirisms because you slowly start to slowly see hints of it with Rory,
I feel
but since that's just like not who he is, it doesn't show up as often as it does for Erica.
Yeah.
And when it does, it's boy, oh boy, it sure is surprising.
Interesting.
It's a wild ride. But I kind of like that trope with vampires that a lot of them are kind of like flirty almost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a part. It's like in their nature.
Because like
Yeah.
part of their lore is like that they're charming. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Isn't
because
it?
like how else are you supposed to like attract your prey
Yeah.
besides like romance?
Yeah, exactly. Wouldn't
How
it-
else are you going to turn someone in the 1700s to to live your life with?
How
Exactly.
how are you going to get a little chomp on the neck if you're not gonna have to seduce him somehow?
Exactly. So like I like how like Rory's definitely just not that kind of guy.
Yeah.
But like it's
Betty on the other hand.
Never let Benny become a vampire.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's funny. I feel like we should. That's funny.
It's
Speaking-
kind of like when Benny was like, "Dude, stop trying to ruin the word hot,
Hot
for me."
forever.
Like,
It's
no,
like
that's the best case scenario.
yeah, you're like I was gonna say that actually perfectly transitioned us into the bag jokes episode.
Oh yeah.
I feel like this isn't specifically a bad joke, but when Benny says cowabunga,
I hated that.
Cowabunga.
He might as, yeah,
Cowabunga.
like you said, he might as well just have said
awooga,
awooga.
like the heart pumping
just
like
like-
out of his chest.
like-
What did Rory say when he saw Betty and Veronica together? What did he say? Like my something babes, and it was like a random reference. It's like kind of a weird reference.
My Beazzle babes.
Yeah,
Beazzle babes.
yeah.
Is this referencing Beazzlemon, like from what's it
I
called?
was thinking Beelzebub. Like, and he was like Beelzebabes.
I was thinking Beazzlemon from it's not
Digimon?
Digimon. That's what it
I
was.
think there was like a subtle Digimon reference in this show, because it would totally be like a Rory reference. Like I feel like that's part of his like reference pool. You
It
know?
might have been Beelzebub that he was
Yeah.
actually referencing.
'Cause,
I
like-
choose to believe it was a Digimon reference.
Because like Beelzebub is like another name for like the devil or something.
Yeah.
So like it might have been Beelzebabes because he's a vampire, you know?
Yeah, and also he was wearing the devil costume.
That too.
Yeah, I
And
like
the
how.
cheerleading team is literally called the Devils. So
yeah,
like
so that could be it.
It probably is that, but I
like the
in
Digimon.
my heart,
It is-
it's
the
a Digimon
the
reference.
Digimon reference is the only correct option.
This is the one time where like Ethan goes along with Benny's like shenanigans.
Oh yeah.
Because he's like girls, and you're
Girls.
like, dude,
Dude.
how come it's okay now, but it wasn't okay? It's
Last
never
episode.
okay.
How come it wasn't okay when your friend was trying to revive a dead
Yeah.
dog?
Yeah.
Literally both Benny and Erica are like extremely not like controversial, but like they're just like very like testy.
Questionable.
They're very cancelable.
Yeah,
on
yeah, they're
Twitter.
always doing like really
Questionable things.
questionable things,
The amount
and they're
of YouTube
friends.
apologies they've had to have posted.
Yeah, exactly. The amount of like addressing the controversy videos.
I've been lying to you.
They're
all.
like the Tana Mojos of their school.
Oh, absolutely.
This
But
is
they're like
like
on opposite sides of the spectrum, you
The
know?
Bi Sisters, an hour 45-minute video.
What? What's
You saying that they're the Tana Mojo? Erica and Benny finding a dead body in like a public space and filming it.
Oh no!
Not the Jake Paul. Jake Paul?
That was
Logan Paul.
But no,
Logan
Tana
Paul
Mojo did
and,
too.
Yeah, they
Really?
both
Yeah.
did. They're like the Logan Paul and
Oh my
Tana
God.
Mojo of the. Yeah.
Tana Mojo and Jake Paul.
Ew.
But like they have their pragmatic best friends to keep them at bay. Like it's a very common like duo
Yeah.
dynamic, as if you would, because like it's
Shit
literally
dynamic.
like, I don't know if I'm just gonna keep referencing iCarly in every episode, but like that's like the iCarly dynamic with Carly and
Yeah.
Sam, where it's like one's
Yeah.
like the troublemaker, and one's like the
I feel like it's a
Keep
good
them in
like
check.
It's a good dynamic.
it's a good comparison because they're both coming out at the same time.
yeah. 'Cause it's like clearly they see the best in each. Clearly they see the best in each other, and so they're able to like support each other in their faults. Like Erica does a lot for Sarah when it comes to like helping her realize her identity. Like sure, a lot of that is by force,
Yeah.
by being like you have to
You
become
are
a vampire.
vampire.
And like her kind of not respecting Sarah's wishes to like not want to be a vampire, because Erica, like, her life was changed when she became a vampire. She was like, this is the best thing that's ever happened to
She
me.
made out with some dude in a fancy mansion, and he turned into a vampire, and her life was never the same.
Exactly.
She got turned into a vampire by a guy named Gord. Like,
Gord.
come on.
I wish Gord would have reappeared.
Oh, same. Too bad he had to, like, die. Too bad he got disintegrated.
Too bad he got, like, a bunch of holy water poured
Yeah.
on him. How did...
Too bad he met Jesus.
No, that limbo for souls thing. He ain't never meeting Jesus. Although he was a part of that cult in early
Yeah.
times. Well, that's just our, like, headcanon, but I don't know if we should talk about that right now.
Yeah,
Let's not talk about the cult
that.
headcanon.
No.
That's like movie discussion
Oh,
time when we finally talk about the movie.
Mm.
I completely forgot about that.
about our cult headcanon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like as much as forceful. Yes, that's the ship name. Is Serica.
Oh, really?
Yeah. As forceful as Erica is, I feel like she does kind of help Sarah realize that maybe she is just like stressing about the wrong things, you know.
Yeah.
But also,
That's what besties
and
are
like,
for.
yeah, and what's more obvious is that Sarah is constantly trying to keep her friend in check to not get in serious trouble. And that's the same for Ethan. Like, Benny's always trying to force Ethan to get out of his comfort zone. Like, he clearly has a big crush on Sarah. What's the ship name for Sarah and Ethan? It's like the least popular ship, but it's the actually like only like canon ship in the show.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard it.
It's like it's like not popular at all, but it's and maybe it's because it's like that same trope again where it's like shy guy likes kind of cool outgoing girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like he pines after her secretly. And maybe one day they'll get together and you're like
Oh yeah, exactly. Deku and Uraraka.
I feel like why am I finding so many iCarly comparisons? Cuz this is like the Freddie and Carly
Yeah.
dynamic.
Like I said, it's a good comparison.
It's a lot of there's a lot of you know, of course they're both kid shows. It makes sense that they would both have like very similar.
They were
an
coming out
interesting-
around at
yeah.
the same time.
Yeah.
It's an interesting dynamic when your characters aren't just like bags of flour.
Oh.
Yeah, basically. It's like they're all kind of interesting, and so they all have unique relationships with one another. Like, I feel like something we never see a lot of is Ethan and Erica, and those are, like, some of my favorite interactions in the entire series.
Yeah.
Especially because, like, a lot of Season 1 Erica is, like, super fixated on, like, not wanting to hang out with dorks, or, like, super focused on, like, her
Her
popularity.
Yeah, and that's something like I kind of like is that they came kind of from varying social status.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like Sarah was already like considered like really pretty, like
Yeah, and kind of popular because she was
Yeah.
dating, like, the cool bad boy
Yeah.
who was, like,
And then-
Jesse.
and then like
Erica was, like, the nerdy kid who
Yeah.
became, like, the popular kid.
Yeah.
She was, like, the Mona.
Erica was like the like fandom nerd, and
Yeah.
then like Ethan and Benny and them were like the nerds.
Nerds. Yeah, exactly. So it's
Yeah.
like they all came. So that's why it's like even though they're constantly like fighting demons together,
Yeah.
like Erica and Sarah still feel kind of weird, like actually hanging out with Benny and Ethan and Rory, because it's like they're not a part of like the same like social sector. But like that all goes away in season 2, which is what I really like.
Yeah.
Is that like Serica, basically Serica, like Erica and Sarah both drop that kind of, and they all just kind of become
Yeah.
friends. Like they're an actual friend group.
Yeah,
By
I
The
season
do-
2.
Fang Gang.
Yeah, they're the Fang Gang.
I do like whenever you have groups of friends where they're all like different from each other.
Yeah, they're all like their friendship is what bonds them, and
Yeah.
really nothing
Like
else.
us.
Yeah, we're all very different people, but we have
Our similarities.
yeah,
Although we are one
exactly.
person.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. That's
Me
true.
and Shy are the same person.
Yeah, that is very true.
Just it's what happens
We're
after.
conjoined at the hip
Yeah.
at all times.
Yeah, exactly. So we can get in fashion review. The first two outfits we see from Sarah
Dude,
and Erica.
Fit review.
Fit review.
Okay, I loved Erica's fit. It was
Yes.
The
Her
red
first-
again. I liked how
It
you
gave-
mentioned there, like when she was on assignment when she said she went to Euphoria High.
Yeah. Because that's kind of what it looked like.
Yeah,
I was like,
she-
that is not
her
school
shoulders
appropriate.
exposed.
Full
She
exposed
would've-
shoulders. She's wearing a choker with like a heart on
It
it.
was a
Full-
rose.
Yeah.
Full
Or
leg action.
yeah, oh yeah,
Full
yeah.
like shorts.
And I think we were misguided in mentioning that Sarah was wearing a vest in the previous episode, but she is wearing a vest in this one.
Yes.
And
this
it's one of
was-
those fashion vests that's basically just like a piece of cloth that hangs down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the fashion. Yeah.
Yeah. Does nothing for anything. And like
That brown ugly shirt came back for Benny.
Oh yeah, that was like the lunch scene with like it was there was like 2 stripes and there was a bunch of like gingham patterns on. It was disgusting.
Gross.
We hate Benny and Brown.
Yeah.
Boycott Benny and Brown. That's my
K22.
that's my petition.
I think it was like a yellow and blue
Yes,
stripe.
that's one of my one of my
Yeah.
fave Benny striped shirts. It was like
it works with color.
yeah, I love him with the color. It was a neon blue, neon yellow, like black stripe polo.
Yeah.
Very good.
Ethan is once again wearing the Don Lothario core.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like what is it with him and his like Ed Hardy t-shirts?
Hold on, I gotta pull
all
up
the
a picture
time.
of Don Lothario because I don't know if you guys know what he
Oh,
looks like.
I think I do.
Like I don't know what it is with these Kmart t-shirts that he's always wearing. I guess they like exude masculinity.
Yeah, they exude masculinity. He was shopping with his mom at Kmart. He's like, I need that for my
Yeah.
image.
That's like the most boy
Yeah.
clothing I can wear.
He's like, that's boy, that's me.
Yeah.
And his mom was like, okay, honey. And just like bought it for him.
Are we gonna talk about Rory's
Rory finally had an open flannel with the graphic tee.
the open flannel with the graphic tee. Like I predicted it.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Rain.
I didn't even realize.
It's almost like you've seen this series so many times.
I just like subconsciously already knew.
Yeah, I don't really remember any other outfits except like, why did Benny actually kind of like, probably the confidence, but with the cheerleading outfit?
Yeah, he was honestly giving.
Yeah, like it worked with him the best, and I think that was like just the confidence they were exuding.
Yeah.
Because like Ethan, you could tell didn't like it, didn't want to be there.
No, he was like, this is not me anymore. This is not who I am.
This isn't real. This isn't me.
This is not exactly where I'm supposed to be now. But I am gonna let the light shine on me.
Benny was like into it. He was in.
He liked
let
it.
Benny be a cheerleader in 2022.
Exactly. That wig with the
Yeah.
butterfly clips and the highlights.
Yeah.
Iconic. What a good wig.
A good serving.
What were you saying? What were you saying? Where it was like, why is he wearing a blonde wig? And he's like, because he's meant to be a blonde.
Yeah, he's being the blonde he was always meant to be.
Exactly. He's the blonde. He was always on the Indian side.
Yeah.
I feel like the only reason why they gave him the blonde wig was to do the Betty and Veronica
Yeah,
reference.
I liked that reference.
I think that's literally it.
But it is funny how well that worked out to do that reference.
Yeah, I didn't even realize. I actually never even realized that until I went on like Tumblr
Yeah.
and I saw like people making memes about that, like referencing it, especially because Vanessa Morgan is in Riverdale.
Yeah.
So it was like, how funny is.
She is.
Yeah. Like, how funny is that connection? So
Yeah.
funny.
Can I just say a controversial opinion?
Go ahead.
Canon Benny in My Babysitter is a Vampire gives off the same energy as Fan and Camillo from Encanto. And
Oh.
That is a bold statement.
It is a bold statement, but I was thinking about it and I was like, those are the exact same person. Like, the way the fandom looks at and talks about Camillo and from Encanto is the same as Benny from My Babysitter is a Vampire.
That for sure is some tea.
Go
Some
ahead
real
in the
tea.
comments if you disagree.
Here's my at.
You can at me.
Go ahead and at me in the comments.
I mean, anything else to mention about this episode?
Not much, 'cause, like not a whole lot happened.
Yeah, it's more mainly plot focused. I feel
Yeah.
like we don't have a lot to say about the plot.
This
Yeah.
is just like, a lot of like hijinks and stuff.
Hijinks.
Yeah, there weren't really any character moments except for Erica's few times.
Yeah, I guess we could talk about the unrealistic sleepover scene,
Oh yeah.
and also we can talk about cheerleader Grandma Benny.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah.
we'll talk about the sleepover first.
I have never been to a sleepover like that.
Yeah,
Me neither.
I've never seen pillows with feathers in them.
I know some pillows still have down in them.
Yeah.
My aunt's couch.
Yeah. But I don't know. It was just very weird. The show's
Most
PG, and so of course they wanted to do a
the stereotypical.
yeah, have a bunch of girls in our house, home alone. But the best they could do was just have them all pillow fight.
Pillow fights.
Sleepover.
Yeah, they actually spend the night and they're all gone by the time Ben and Ethan woke up in the morning
Yeah,
to
that's
do.
unrealistic.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Most of the time, it's the guest awake before the host. They wait
Yeah.
for the host to wake up.
Yeah, exactly.
And
And
then they'll be like, hi.
yeah, and like, where are Ethan's parents during all of this?
His sister was kind of there.
Yeah, his sister. First time we see Jane in the entire series. We didn't see her at all in season 1. In episode 1, I mean.
Yeah.
Where'd Jane go? Where'd Jane at? I like her little sentence where she was like, she's like, I need money to help you keep quiet. She was like, give me money.
Mom and Dad won't know about this, will they? Yeah, they won't, but I'm not sure about
YouTube. I was like, what an iconic statement.
Honestly, I like the trope of the little sisters, like
the menace little sister.
Yeah, like Kendall's sister in Big Time Rush.
Yeah, this is very Kendall's sister vibes. What's her name?
Little sisters being a menace in kid shows, iconic. I love it.
I appreciate.
It's Katie. Okay.
Katie. This is very much giving Katie from Big Time Rush vibes.
The reason I was thinking like Clark, whatever, because the actress name is Ciara.
Yeah. Sierra Bravo.
Yeah, Ciara.
Yeah,
Ciara.
she's an icon. I love her.
Yeah.
She's been in a lot of good stuff, like Swindle, an iconic movie. I love Swindle with all my heart and soul. Anyways,
Swindle
it has Ariana Grande in it. She's in the movie. It's a great movie. I want to talk about Benny's grandma.
I want an entire series of like her past.
Yes, I would love to see, because we get a little bit of a glimpse into Benny Grandma's
Grandma Benny.
Grandma Benny's past. We get a little bit of a glimpse. She
was like a popular girl.
She was a popular girl. She was a cheerleader. She was iconic.
Even said she was hot.
Yeah, which is a thing. I would love to see like some more Benny Grandma.
Yeah.
Some more Grandma Weir.
Funky Fresh. How Benny's last name is Weir, just one letter off from weird.
Yeah, I think that was on purpose.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be like kind of like a little nod. Little nod to things. I like how Benny's grandma, because I always thought like when it comes to like their characters, I always thought like they age differently. Like she's been around for like hundreds of years.
Yeah.
But like they just age differently.
Yeah.
But this implies that like she actually has been, like she actually is like has lived as many years as her age is.
Yeah.
So
she's just an immortal. She's gonna live till 20, 30.
Yeah, maybe she just decided that like
Like-
she wanted to become an immortal when she's like an old lady.
She's like, I want to be the wise old wizard.
Yeah. So like when she reaches like old lady status, she's like, okay, now I will be immortal. I like to think that that's the case, because most people like I don't want to get old, but she's like, I want to be that old lady.
Yeah.
So good for her. Props to
Grandma Weir.
Grandma Weir.
Queen.
Our queen Grandma Weir with her magic pom poms. That's something I forgot to mention in the bad joke. Yes, was the pom poms. Various pom pom innuendos.
It was awful.
Very bad. I don't know if I mentioned this, but there's quite a few deleted scenes, and that are not even on this DVD. I thought it was just like the Netflix release that weren't there, but like deleted scenes, and I'm pretty sure didn't even make it to air.
Yeah.
Like outside of like the original airing, and it's just like a lot of like Nickelodeon jokes, where it's like they say the word like. They talk about like boobs, and you're like,
feet? No, I'm kidding.
boobs. It's like random stuff like that, like more Nickelodeon jokes. I feel like that got cut out because Disney was like, nah, but I think it was like just in general of like the wide release, because like it's not on the DVD, which is what we're watching off of the DVD.
Yeah.
Because Disney has big money to make decisions.
Yeah, I know we've mentioned before that like this show was the first PG show to ever air on Disney. Ever.
On the mouse.
I don't know. Yeah.
The first PG show the mouse ever released.
Yeah, like I don't know if you guys remember, there was like a werewolf show that was from the UK that would air after this show.
Sounds familiar.
It was season 2. Yeah, I thought I had completely made it up, but like I actually like looked it up and it was a real thing. I forgot the name of the show.
That sounds familiar.
But it was about werewolves, and it was British because everyone had British accents, and it was like very much like a British TV show that they had like imported to Disney Channel, like they had done with My Babysitter's a Vampire.
So I'm guessing it was just Disney Channel that existed. When did Disney like XD come into it?
Like Disney XD was like, I feel like it was more like it was like early around this time.
2010s.
Yeah, it was around like after the show it stopped airing, but
yeah, because I feel like if it was around at that, then it would be on Disney XD.
Yeah,
because that's when things were like Gravity Falls and like Lab Rats.
Yeah.
Show.
It was more like I guess more like
Do you guys remember the show Kick Buttowski?
yes.
Remember the show Kickin' It?
Yeah. Everyone really liked the main character guy.
Leo Howard?
Yeah.
And the
He's just
guy
really good
from-
at karate, and they have that falafel place or whatever.
Yeah.
Weird show. I feel like that show had the same vibes as like Austin and Ally,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did.
because it was like around the same time, but like they were on different networks technically.
And
Well, they're still
the
Disney
one was
Channel.
like, one's music, one's karate.
Yeah. What a fun show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should watch Kickin' It.
We should watch
next.
Kicking It.
Yeah.
I feel like that one even has less like stuff to talk about episode
Yeah.
by episode,
Oh,
Yeah, true.
because
Like,
a lot
we'd
of
have to go
those
season by season.
because those sitcoms
Not
are like made for that. Yeah, they're not
Yeah,
made
because,
for like episode by episode.
Yeah.
Remember when Netflix had all of the Disney shows? That was
Yeah,
crazy.
that was
Yeah.
Like
wild.
Ant Farm and stuff.
Oh yeah. I
What
used to watch Ant Farm as it aired.
Yeah,
Right.
me too. I remember Ant Farm. That was crazy. Crazy.
Yeah.
Anything else to say about this episode? I feel like we just went on for like 10 minutes about other stuff.
We could put that as our cold open.
Just a
Yeah.
20-minute like
Oh,
rant.
and then the Careless Whisper as the ending.
It's just I don't know. I guess like I feel like if you're not interested in the whole like cheerleader is actually a witch thing, then like it's just not much there,
Yeah.
and I'm not very interested in that. So I'm like I'm not finding a lot there.
Yeah.
I feel like we get a lot more compelling villains, like one-off villain characters
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
finale, and I feel like this is setting up like a very like nasty trope that the show does all the time with Erica, where it's like she's either wants to date the villain if the villain's a boy, or she's like jealous and wants to beat up the villain if the villain's a girl.
Yeah.
That's like literally
She's
the
very-
mode.
She's like very
Yeah.
pick me. in a sense.
Yeah, she's like amazing. She always enters that mode
Yeah.
whenever there's a villain that's like a human or like a human
Human.
played by a human actor.
Yeah.
That's why I think the season one
Erica
like
just
premiere.
needs to embrace her bisexuality.
Oh, absolutely.
That's why I feel like the season 2 premiere is so good, because she like reverts back to like her fangirl persona, but she has like the
yeah.
confidence to like actually like wield some sort of power in the situation. It's a good
Yeah.
season. The season 2 premiere is just like really good.
Yeah.
But like we're only on episode 2 of season 1.
How
So,
many
you know.
episodes are in each season?
I'm pretty sure there's only like 12.
Really?
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
wow.
They're pretty short. They're not too long. I should check, cuz like there's only like 40 episodes
Yeah.
in like the entire show.
Yeah.
So they're pretty short. They're
If there's
pretty
2 seasons, then it's probably like 20 episodes each.
Yeah, I don't remember how
Yeah.
many episodes there are. I like genuinely don't know.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Well,
Though
they
each
didn't,
each season has 12. So
Oh.
there's only like 26 episodes.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
cuz the season finale is a two-parter.
Oh,
So,
Yeah.
yeah, there's like 26 episodes, I'm pretty
nice.
sure.
A good short anime.
Yeah. I know, that's why it was so upsetting when it got cut. So it got cut when it
Yeah.
got cut short.
I give this episode a 2.5 out of 5 saggy pom-poms. Because
Good stuff.
the plot is okay. Like, I wish there were more character moments besides Erica's time to shine. But like, honestly, Erica deserved it.
Yeah. If I were to give a rating, I would give it 2 out of 5 lunch ladies who will spit in your food. Because that's what the evil witch lady ends up becoming at the end.
Yeah.
I give it a 2 out of 5 liver sandwiches.
Perfect. Which why would they serve that in high school?
Yeah, literally.
Very unnecessary.
Yeah, it's just kind of for the reasons they stated. Like, it wasn't like super like plot intensive. It was just like a fun little like almost like a filler episode.
Yeah,
Sort of.
but
Like, it
that's what
does-
this is what the show
It's
is.
filler episode.
So,
Yeah.
well, at least season 1. This is why I think season 2 like really fixes all of the problems that like I can
Yeah.
find in season 1, where it's like, yeah, it feels like more
Yeah.
fillery episodes.
Because like the energy it gives is filler episode, but in regards to the entire series, it's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's enjoyable. If like literally, if I was like scrolling through like Disney, if I was scrolling through like my channels, like my TV channels,
Yeah.
and it was like Monstober on
Oh,
Disney
yeah.
Channel, and like this episode was playing, I would drop everything I was doing in a heartbeat to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, that's just because that's who I am.
Monstober? That's a
who
real
you
throwback.
are.
Mostly because that's just who I am as a person, but also because it's just like way better than like a lot of the other like stuff that you
Yeah.
might. Honestly, this is a lot better than like hate to the diss on like Austin and Ally, but like I feel like this is a lot better than like shows like that.
Yeah.
This-
Austin and Ally in retrospect wasn't that good.
Yeah.
But it kept 10 years, like, when I was
It
probably
kept me
like
busy.
12-year-old me.
Yeah,
entertained.
like or like Shake It Up. We were talking about
Yeah.
Shake It Up earlier. Yeah, like I feel like this episode is a lot better than a lot of like the more like good episodes of those shows.
Yeah, like whenever I give it like 2 out of 5 liver sandwiches, that's all relative because I actually like it. It's fun.
Yeah, it's still way better than like a lot of what else that they were airing on the
Yeah.
Disney Channel
It,
at the
like,
time.
It like doesn't take it. It doesn't take itself too seriously, and
Yeah.
that's what I like about it.
Yeah. It's exactly my biggest point on the show is that it's like this kind of like take on this paranormal like series,
Yeah.
but it's like in a very like lighthearted, like goofy kind of setting,
Yeah.
which is like literally something you've never seen with this type of fantasy show, where it's like
Yeah.
there's literally never everything was always so serious and bleak and dark,
Yeah.
and so I think the
Riverdale.
comedic, yeah. So I think like the comedic elements are really make it stand out. It's like
Yeah.
and also some of the jokes are pretty funny, and I think
Yeah.
it's like the delivery from people like Atticus, who plays Benny,
Mhm.
as like who like really are like selling
And
it.
Cameron, who plays Rory.
Yes, yeah, like
Yeah.
they're like the two like really strong like comedic characters, and their performances really sell it. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. And it's like you could definitely tell it was aimed for like more of like a tween audience.
Yeah.
As compared to like things like Shake It Up, Austin and Ally, which were like 10
Child.
and under.
Like babies
Yeah.
audience, yeah. That's why I think I mentioned like more like Nickelodeon jokes, like for the jokes
Yeah.
they ended up cutting out because it was like not
Cause
clean
like, Yeah,
enough.
because like a lot of Nickelodeon things were like PG, weren't they?
Yeah, stuff
some
that they
of
would
them.
air on Teen Nick, like
Yeah.
Degrassi
Oh yeah.
and all that. Like,
Grass.
not that this is like anything like Degrassi at all,
Yeah.
but like things like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's more like iCarly or Victorious than it is
Like Good Luck Charlie.
or
Yeah.
Ant Farm.
Yeah. And also it's like something I guess we haven't mentioned is it's single camera. It's not like it's not filmed like a sitcom.
It's not like a huge multi.
Yeah, it's not a
production.
multi-camera production. Yeah, it's like a single camera, so they're able to do a lot more with the special effects, which
The
are always
CGI budget.
yeah,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is always so low. I mean, that's the reason why that was one of the reasons they explained as to why the show was canceled is because it just actually cost a lot of money to
Yeah.
make because
Even
they're always
with
having to
the
have
way some of it still is okay. to do,
yeah. But like that just shows how cheap, how low budget they were able to make
Yeah.
these like multi-camera sitcoms for.
Yeah.
If like some extra SFX makeup and some CGI is like blowing the budget.
Yeah, like if like 10 rabid animals in your kitchen just
Yeah.
blows the
Yeah,
budget.
I loved the CG on that. By the way, in the
Yeah.
first episode, I loved like seeing all like the animals CG'd in.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just
So
like
fun.
that pentagram magic looks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's very like fake looking and
It's
I feel
very
like,
early 2000. It's very like 2000s music video.
yeah, it's
yeah.
giving like Charmed. Giving Charmed. It's giving Sabrina the Teenage Witch. When it's like
Yeah.
But it was just like I was gonna mention something about CG and I completely forgot.
yeah. I feel like if they would have relied on more like practical effects, I feel like maybe
Yeah.
the show would be a little bit less dated.
Yeah.
Or maybe it would be like
like
Halloween Town where it's like
Yeah.
super dated, but like
Yeah.
in a
Yeah, like-
nostalgic way.
Yeah, I feel like they could have like pulled off a good mix if they did allocate some of their CG budget to like SFX or like
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah. I mean, like especially in episodes like this, there's not a lot of
Yeah.
like it's a lot of like Benny and Ethan sitting in their room
In wigs.
in wigs,
And cheerleading outfits.
like reading from a spell book and
Are
like
they just drag queens?
yeah,
Is this their drag moment?
this is them trying to audition for RuPaul's Drag Race.
Is this their like the what is it called? The
Yeah, this
podcast?
episode of yeah, this is literally the
Yeah.
bald and beautiful.
Tracy Martel. And
Yeah.
Katya.
Exactly.
What's our outro?
Make sure
I
to
don't
take
know.
down your taint and pull up to fire gone.
I feel like our outro is gonna do like a Dan versus Phil thing, or eventually just us going.
Yeah.
This has been another episode of the Vampy Campy Wampy
Campy
Campy
Podcast.
Podcast. Make sure to leave your questions from a quampy ampy
Like,
down
comment,
below.
The quampy ampy.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Squampy.
Swampy, that's so scrampy.
Swampy, that subscrampy. I hate
Make sure to
that.
turn on the
Turn on
bell
notifications.
so you'll know when we have our next pampy out.
Next pampy.
I'm Vampy.
I'm campy.
And I'm Wampy.
I hate that. Vampy, wampy, campy. Oh, it's broken us. I think this is 1000% delirium from lack of sleep.
Oh, yeah.
By Sneaker Night, then Bubblegum Boy immediately.
I had heart palpitations listening to Sneaker Night by Vanessa Hudgens.
And then you,
I just gotta-
completely like died.
I actually slowly part of my soul left my body. I just gotta stop recording. Just stop. Stop.
Goodbye.
Bye. Ah! No! Oh my god! Ah! Why would you do that to me?
Benny dog.
Erica sneaking up on Steff.
Anyways, yeah, I think it's just in general.
Sir?
Benny dog?
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's fine. Yeah, he's good. He's a good boy.
Good boy.
We gotta try the pie.
Yeah.
My
do you guys
favorite-
want some right now after this?
Yeah, we'll get some pie.
Yeah.
Pie.
Like before the fashion segment, we could get some pie.
Yes, yes.